Welcome to the shop. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this place before, but I'm trying to be proactive this year. I'm going to bring back our old series called What's Up at the Shop. So we're going to get to it today. We just cleaned this place, so I'm going to give you a shop tour. It's been a few years since I've walked everyone through. Going to show you guys some bikes, talk about some things that are going on here. Baker's Dozen, some other fun things on the horizon. Literally a week away, that Baker's Dozen. So, yeah, welcome. What's up at the shop with the Zeros? I think for every shot, I'm just going to walk in at different weird angles on the camera. This is an area you guys have definitely seen. This is the members' parts room. Every member has a shelf here. They have decorated as they like, their trophies, their fun stuff. This is a room where you see mostly a lot of builds going on. You see every member in here has a shelf and a bench. The benches are all mobile. You can see Reno's bike up on one of the benches, Cody's bike. Unfortunately, they are Vespas. We'll get to that. It's a misfortune. You can't win them all. But that way, when I'm not here, when Reno's not here, when Cody's not here, we're not in the way. We just push our benches off the way. You can leave your bikes on them. They're on wheels. You're good to go. The other members have all the space in the world. We try and keep this place as open as possible because we have a lot of guests here. We have a lot of members here. There's always something fun going on in the shop. And we don't want to encumber that space. We always want space for growth. And that's something that I value very highly within the Zeros. Also, you'll notice these floors are very clean because we did mop yesterday. So this is the member shelf area. I hear you. Boo Vespa. Boo indeed. But don't boo Reno this time. This is a very cool bike. This is Reno's first variated Vespa. So he's got a rebuilt motor on here. Got a nice simple setup here. We got a DR kit, a circuit pipe, but in the back is where things get pretty cool. On the other side, he's got a Euro transmission in here with a full Euro clutch setup. Got a Plini on the front. Helped him put some springs in this. He's tuning the variator. It's his first time tuning a variator. This bike is super fun. We modified that rear clutch so we can use some GY6 springs on it, and this thing just revs to the moon. Reno's going to be embarrassed when I tell him this, but the bike started right up on its first ride. He's like, it won't go anywhere. He'd never ridden a variated Vespa. And this thing just rips so hard off the line. The clutch doesn't catch until like 7K. This is going to be a cool bike. I'm excited to see him get this done. Look for this at a rally. Maybe you can harass him, hopefully sooner than later. Very cool bike. Off to the right, you'll see more boat motors. There's a Mercury over there that Reno took apart with myself, and it was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll just become like Fortnite, but we'll be like, mopeds and boat motors. It'll be our new thing. It'll be cool. But Vespa time. Hey, it's more rooms that look different. If you've been here for any events, you might remember this room being full of arcade cabinets. Looks a little different now. That's because we have more members. We are always expanding, you know. So this is young Adam's pile of shit. He's got a shelf behind it. He's at an internship for the summer. He left a bunch of crap out, so I was nice enough to pile it all up for him so he can get to it easily. We got Noah's shelf over there. We got Doug's shelf over here. We got I think Lucas is technically our newest member. Lucas got himself a shelf. Behind me is Cassie. Behind that is the Baker's Dozen shelf. That's got a bunch of our spare parts on it. Above Cassie's shelf is our Exo Light. This is what we use to make all the shirts that you guys have seen. If you're watching this video wearing a Zero shirt, 1, thank you. 2, that's what we make them with. Going to be making some more this year, hopefully just selling them for fun. We make all of our shirts right over here. It's just a desk, nothing too exciting. But we use that to press our screens down, and we make our shirts. We're also going to be making the Moped Brothers shirts here shortly. They are going to be hosting a rally in August. Everyone should go to that. Those guys are super rad. Guys, theys, girls, thems, whatever. They're all fucking awesome. They're wonderful Ann Arbor and Ipsy folks. And we'll be making the shirts right here in the Zero shop. So yeah, just more members. Pretty cool space. I hope you guys like POV because if I'm being honest with myself here, I can't really squeeze in here. Not well in the shot. This is just more bikes back here. Storage, again, nice and easy to get to. More member shelves. Some of us have expanded to some slightly larger shelves over the years. This is Bill. You know, Bill's always building fun stuff. Our VCR collection. You gotta have backup VCRs. Shirts. That's a bunch of blanks. Helmets, backup VHS over here. Some rally prizes in there, some cool stuff. Over here we have the murder closet. It is full of tables. Sorry, it's a little dark back here. The hallway is poorly lit. Moving right along, we have the main space of the shop. This is our most open area. This is where a lot of bikes get worked on. Unlike the member shelf area, there are no member shelves over here. Over here, it is just mopeds. You can see some bikes getting worked on. I'm going to show you those at a later part in this video. But to my left here, we have the public part shelf. This has power tools anyone can use, hand tools, a lot of specialty tools in here. Not everyone needs pullers, so we got drawers full of those, punches, saws, everything you can imagine in there for everyone, every single zero to use, or any guests that happen to be in our shop, as we do have a lot of those these days. It's very cool to see some young people wrenching and whatnot. To my left is also our sandblasting cabinet, which I'll show you guys in a moment. And we've got another cool space coming up that's new. Hello there. Here's one bike you do see a bit. A Hobbit. Noah's working on this. Fully powder coated, stretch frame. He hasn't quite decided on what tank to go with yet, but he'll figure that out eventually. And then there's this bike, which is pretty cool. You don't see these too often. This is a Townie, the 2-speed version of a QT50. Below me is the motor, so it's not just a frame. There's a rebuilt motor down there. He's got all the fixings on there. It's kitted, some better reeds, some cool stuff. This bike did run, but it was a little rough, needed a little bit of love. So he took it apart, and he is going to, well, he's already rebuilt the motor. This is Lucas's bike. Hopefully he'll have this thing on the road pretty soon. It's a very unique bike. Looking forward to see what this thing can do. Welcome to the little hangout corner. If you guys have been to the shop or seen some of the old tours, we had some couches in here. Some of them may or may have been dropped off by Jim Henry and Mars. Over time and usage, they got destroyed. We got rid of them completely, and well, we didn't really have a hangout space. Some people mentioned that the shop didn't feel quite as homey without it, so we took a little cue from MCR and we built ourselves a little corner over here. It's also a good place where you can watch VHS, as you may be watching behind me, as Nicolas Cage was just introduced in a famous movie that is named after a famous moped rally, Gone in 60 cc's, an OG Zeros rally. Gone in 60 Seconds, the movie based on the rally, naturally playing behind me here. But in this area, we have 2 futons. We got a little futon from a boat that Phil Perry gave us. It's very cool. We have the fanciest futon I've ever seen, the IKEA futon. But mostly this is an area where we watch our VHS over here, as you can see on the older TV. And we do have our new screens over here for sports. Usually this is Megan in football, but lately it's been World Cup action. Steve and Travis have been well up on that. But this has become a cool little hangout spot. If you're ever in the Zero shop, come by, sleep on our couches, hang out, drink our beer, have some fun. We love having you here. While you're here, we got a fun little thing for you guys. This is a project I've been working on. I've been writing down all my experiences from rallies starting in 2009, I believe, 2010. I write down everything from the rallies. I include photos from all the different events. So this is here. I encourage you, if you're inside, take a look. There's areas in there. People to leave your notes if you were there. So that's our hangout space. This is new to the shop. I'm very, very glad it's here. It makes the shop very homely. We look forward to hosting you in this space. Hey, here is a closer look at our public parts and engine rebuild table. If you've ever watched me when I'm bored going live on Facebook, I usually set a camera up over here, and I've rebuilt a couple V1s. I've rebuilt some Gorellis. I think I've rebuilt a Hobbit, definitely an NOI. I'm probably going to rebuild a Peugeot here pretty soon. So, well, after Baker's doesn't. I'll be doing that right here. And again, this is our public parts area. Any member can come grab all this stuff. We have all the tools you could want over here, our power tools, hand tools. More here in the Snap-on box. But this is also where we do a lot of our sandblasting. You might have seen some of our bikes have been powder coated lately. This is a pretty cool space where we do that. We can fit up to a maxi frame in here. Pretty much any frame we can fit in here. It's a little tight, but we get it done. It is always fun to see the creativity of our members making different things. Because it's not just mopeds that have been in there. I've seen lamps in there. I've seen tables in there. Art projects, glass holding projects. Some really cool stuff. The Zeros are very creative people. I am not one of the artsy ones, but I love watching my friends create things. And you've seen a lot of fun things come out of this space right here. For me, again, you'll see the mopeds come out of this space. Welcome to the welding room. You have definitely seen this room before because we use this whenever we need to weld anything, so we're not poisoning the rest of the shop. We can shut the door, not to blind anyone. We can turn this hood on, pulls out all the excess gases. We also use this room for mild powder coating. We have a small oven down here. We don't want to use the full-size powder coating oven, which we'll get to later. Again, you know, just little stuff in here. I've seen everything done in here from pieces of a motor to a fork and knife set. So you never know. The wheelchair that is now at the Jolly Rancher shop that I'm sure a few of you guys have sat on, cut yourself maybe getting tetanus, was built in this room. So yeah, this is where we do our welding. Another news area in the Zero shop, though I do think a few people slept out here during the, hopefully not the winter swap meet because there was a ton of snow out here, but some people definitely used this space during the National. There were some sleepers out here, some brave folks. Above you is our nice little sunblock. Got a big old Zero on there, so hopefully Google gets that in Google Earth eventually. We put the grill out here because I don't know how else to say this. Teenagers don't steal grills. They steal the grating off of grills, which is fucking hilarious. You know, I was a teen once. We're missing one. You can guess where it went when the grill was out front. So, hangout area. We got a smoker out here. We got our fire pit out here. We were just cooking some hot dogs out here yesterday after we got done cleaning. This is a lovely little spot. Big thank you to all the Zeros who helped put in the fence, do all the hard work to make this space nice and homey. And all the tiny little chairs that we got from a school that was being torn down. Gives us plenty of room to come out here and have a little bit of fun. So you might say, yeah, you're from Ohio. It's just another Tomos. This is not just another Tomos. This is one of the cleanest Targas I've ever seen. And I am very proud of the person who built this. Rachel has put her heart into this thing. Rachel is Evil Steve's wife. This is her first bike that she's really been there through the whole process. They rebuilt the motor together. This is an A35. It's got a Parma box on it. It's got a 45 millimeter Alua kit. It's a kickstart. Rachel likes her kickstarts, much like Sarah. Very clean. They got decals coming from this from Europe. It's a very cool bike. She's doing a wonderful job. We're super stoked to see Rachel get her hands dirty. I mean, we always love riding with Rachel. She's an excellent rider, but it's a lot of fun to see people build their first bikes, and just cool. Tomos, Puch, Honda, Vespa, whatever. It's fun to see people get their hands dirty. So, proud of Rachel. Love seeing this bike come along. We were doing a little jetting on it the other day, and it was doing pretty good. I think this thing's going to come together very nicely. She's going to be very proud of her hard work. For these next two, I'm going to have to hide behind the camera because it's a little tight. Back here, we have what we call our dirty room. See some of our tools back there. We use this room when we are using the drill press, angle grinder, all sorts of different things. Some air tools. You're doing any porting, you can be doing it all right back here. As you can see, it's a well-loved space. And we have some carpets up on the walls and ceiling and such so that we don't get crap all over the shop. It helps keep the dust down and it helps keep all the nasty metal bits in their places. And just to the left of this, what used to be a closet. Over. Oh, you get the real-time light turning on effect. High quality stuff here. Boom. You got the bathroom. A real exciting place, I know. This room wasn't used since the 80s until, yeah, great shots. Bill and I put a toilet in here again, fixed the sink, and, you know, we're cleanly people here at the Zero Shop, as you can see. Come use our spaces and poop. It's lovely. Do you like me getting sweatier as the tour goes on? Well, one of our big fans here helped prevent that. But behind me, if you're old enough, you'll remember Blockbuster. This is our primary VHS collection. You might notice some more throughout the shop. but this is our nice organized, to the best of our knowledge, the ones you'd want to watch, though there are probably a few thousand more. We're no Chad and Patrick, but we are having our fun. To my right, you'll also see our compressor. This whole room is rigged for air, and it does allow you to use air tools throughout the shop. They're not commonly used, but again, for porting, that type of thing, we'll use some air tools, but for the most part, you can get everything with our hand tools and wrenches. So, moving on. Oh, hey there. I was just hanging out in our loft. It's 10,000 degrees up there. It's a great place to take a nap. Could be your final one in this heat. But this is a little bit more industrial part of the shop back here. It has got some new stuff. To my left, we put in a shower over here. So when our guests are here and you get hot and sweaty like I am, take yourself a shower. Next to that is our parts washer. Not sure if you can see that in frame right now, but we have our industrial degreaser back here. Behind me is the powder coating room, which we will go into. And to my right is our community parts room. And then above me, again, is our loft. Lots of stuff up there. Lots of guests sleep up there when it's nice, or say in the winter time, it's nice and cozy up there and you come to visit. We got cots and sleeping stuff up there, so it's a pretty cool spot. Let's see each one of these up a little bit closer. Feeling dirty at the Zero shop? Take a shower. Is your carb feeling dirty at the shop? Are your engine cases feeling grimy? Degrease them. Are they extra dirty? Is it a wheel? Something fucking huge? Use our industrial degreaser. You can put full frames in here. Kind of a cool machine. The 70s were fucking rad. I don't think the EPA would ever let this thing fly today. But it's still here, and we are still fucking with it. I almost forgot the goddamn parts room. There's a lot of crap in the way, but... So this is our engine shelf. We recently cleaned out an old moped shop. We got 25 E50s over here amongst some other cool motors. And then this is the parts room. I guess the name speaks for itself. A lot of stock stuff back here. There's also some complete motors and bits and bobs when people need them. Some NOIs up there, some V1s, lots of stock cylinders. There will forever be a bi-turbo back here because it's Ohio. What are you going to do? Ignitions, cases, seats. Just a little bit of everything back here. All right, got to get small for this one. This is Jared's Express SR. And the sickest fucking cranks pipe ever made. All of Ryan's pipes are sick, but this pipe, he put a lot of work into this thing. You guys should make it worth his time to order boys like this. This thing's just fucking cool. Custom for the SR. This thing's got a wizard kit on it. It's ported. It's fast. It's tiny. You got to be Jared size to ride it. This thing will do 53. It's just a blast to ride. Stock variator, modified. All the side panels, NOS seat. Jared did a good job on this bike. It's very cool. It's funny to be passed on something that you consider small when you're already on a small bike that is a regular moped. It's a tiny little thing. It's rippy. A lot of fun. Oh, my fucking knees. Seriously. I make this bike look small. See it at a rally. It's fun as fuck. I know what it looks like. It looks like people are slaughtered in here. It looks like we hang meat from the ceiling. We have cured meats in here, I suppose, but that's not what this room is for. This is our powder coating room. Some of the lights aren't working in here right now, but a little bit to the left is where we typically hang our frames from. They hang from the ceiling. Behind that is a fan system to pull some of the dust out. It doesn't work great, but you know, hey, we are what we are. And then to the right of that is our powder coating oven, and this is a very small room, but I'm still going to open this up for you because it's really cool. And you get to see how hot and sweaty I am. It's 95 degrees back here. This is our full-size powder coating oven. when you want to do frames, this is your place. A lot of fun stuff has came out of here. All right, no weird entrance this time. So this is one of our bike storage areas. This area is kind of where the bikes I'm working on tend to be housed at. This used to be all French bikes right here, but I've been really into Hobbits this last 2 years. I've been trying to learn them in preparation for Baker's Dozen. Figured if I was going to take a Hobbit, I better build one, and I had never built one before. So about 2 years ago, a little less than 2 years ago, I started building some Hobbits. So this is my row, some of these, not all of them, my row of learners. I got a Jailing here with a Dose kit, 83 with a Parma kit, this Gorelli hybrid thing with a ported Polini kit, DR kit with a standard piston here. Ugh. And then another DR kit, but with the upgraded piston. I wanted to see what the kit was actually capable of. It was kind of cool to experiment between those two bikes. And over here is my baby Derby. You know, everyone uses the 74cc kit, which is what I'm using on the Baker's bike. This has the 60cc kit on it, which is a lot of fun. Still damn near a 50-mile-an-hour bike, and it will rip some dicks. So, a lot of Hobbits over here. Sorry, guys. You see some of my French bikes in the back. I will build a Peugeot again. I will. Until then, we're going to Japan. Oh, hey there. I noticed you looking at our Tomos motor. Yes, that is a Tomos boat motor. It does run. It's 4.5 horsepower, and it's fucking sick. But, welcome to our Overflow bike room. This is obviously the room with the most bikes in it. We just cleaned this, so it is looking excellent. This is how it should always look. If you're here and it doesn't look like this, it means that we've been slacking off. There's also our water purifier back here. I could get some nice cool water to help cool me down on this hot fucking day with the fan blowing up there. Thank you, Alexis, for making me install this. Yeah, more bikes. And, you know, the Zeros are a big club with a lot of members, but we also want to make sure all of our bikes are accessible. So if you notice the bikes all the way around, nothing in the middle, pay no mind to this trike. Trikes are like cats. They don't follow the laws of nature. We want to make sure that if you have a bike in here, you don't have to dig it out. So our goal is always to keep this space nice and open. Sometimes we pull cars in here to work on. There is an overhead door. Sometimes we set up a big golf net and go hit golf balls here. But mostly we just want to make sure these bikes can be pulled out, because every one of these bikes can quickly be pulled out. Bikes up on the shelf are kind of a different story. Those are usually projects or bikes that maybe you just don't want to touch right now. They're a little bit more in storage, if you will. But all these bikes run or are in the process of being made to run. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Again, a lot of mopeds here. A lot of mopeds. So we've got 2 more stops on the trip. We have to go to the basement and we get to go outside. Let's go check those spaces out. Welcome to the basement. Even I have to duck down here. This is a Michigan basement. The ceiling is about 5'5". In some spaces it is a little bit taller. But like here with our furnace, it is quite short. What was I sliding down? This is our bike ramp. If you want to get bikes upstairs, that's how you make it happen. So let's turn around and check out all the weird shit that's down here. I'm going to stay behind the camera again down here. You get a better shot without my mug in it. So this is kind of a cool space down here. This is where we store our extra mopeds. This is where bikes that maybe you finished and you just don't want to ride right now, projects you want to get to. We're very blessed to have this space down here. It's nice and dry. It's just wide open. So we just, fill it with mopeds. This side is strictly bike storage. As you can see, there's a lot of open space down here right now. We aren't too full at the moment. It comes and goes down here. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. During the winter, this area is usually quite full, as we like to keep the upstairs as open as possible for wrenching. But it's summer, so we're working. A lot of bikes out. You're going to get some POV on this one. So right in front of me here is our Pile O rims. This is Italian and Tomos rims. So, you know, those are around. A little dirty down here right now, but, you know, it's always workable. More bikes, more bikes. Spare wood from when that was super fucking expensive. Back here, there's more bikes, but there's also some cool stuff back here. We have our big compressor that powers our sandblaster upstairs. That's our larger unit that runs off of 212 or 220. Sorry, I'm not an electrician. Back here, we have our frame room. We wanted to get those a little bit more organized. They're upstairs. They're laying on the cold ground. We don't want anything to rust. You know, you might say we have a lot of stuff here, and we do, but we are also stewards of a lot of these parts. They're not making another maxi frame. They're not making another Tomos frame. They're not making another Hobbit. So we store all the things that we're not using down here. We encourage people to come pick through it, especially at our swap meet. Most of the stuff is all completely open. But, you know, we just don't have the heart to throw it away. So it's down here. It'll find life someday. And I personally think that's pretty cool. There's also some bikes that I need to bring life to, like that Peugeot Bermuda and Doug's Hobbit. I'll harass him about that later. Yeah, that's the basement. It's so hot. I was going to pop out of there. It's too hot. It's very bright, too. We're outside. This is our parking lot. It's the corner of our parking lot. Because there's cool stuff out here. The old rally van's still here, of course. But right behind me, we added a 60-foot shipping container. That is full of mopeds. If you guys would like, post in the comments. Let me know. We'll give you a walk through that thing sometime. It's pretty cool. And of course, it's Toledo. There's police. Behind me, the rally trailer. Get the whole group out. We get this thing going. Yeah, and that's the shop, man. You guys have been here. This area right behind you. I'll turn you around. One time, for one glorious weekend, hosted 300 people in this moped shop. And in this very parking lot, we partied real hard. Had a lot of fun. It's all back to normal now. It's just our regular every day. This is where we take off with bikes, and this is where Amy pulls in too fast and only pulls her front brake and crashes. That number's been added to, but I think she has the greatest of the crashes, so I always have to bring it up. But yeah, that's the shop tour for 2026. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I will see you inside on the other side of a fan. All right, I'm going to William Shatner this one. Give me a microphone and a cigarette. I'm going to sing you Rocket Man. This is the 2026 Baker's bike. This was built by myself and Noah. This is what we will be racing in 1 week. Really looking forward to that. This is a stretched Hobbit frame. We are rocking stock Hobbit forks. Got a reinforced subframe. Rebuilt the motor with the 12-pin Treats crank. 74cc aerosol on there. Got the matching liquid-cooled Treats head. To a radiator, we're running thermosapin. No pumps this time around. For our ignition, we are rocking a HPI. We've got a Treats pull start on there. That is a cranks pipe that Ryan built custom for this bike. We got a Grande seat. We got a Batavis tank. We are rocking Melosi gears in the back. We got a Treats 3238 up front variator. I am currently running a stock pulley rebuilt with a yellow spring. Didn't want to run the HCC pulley on this, but we had some issues with it losing that clip in the back, so I went back to the stock pulley. This bike will hit 60. I don't plan on riding it that fast. I'm going to cruise at 50 is my goal. So follow us. Stick around, man. I'm going to try and do some videos. Once again, I am no Patrick. But I'm going to do my best to update you guys as we go. Give you some on-the-road time. Maybe make a video about it. We shall see. This will be our third time doing Bakers. I am nervous and excited for it, but this is what we'll be riding. All right, that's it. I am glistening. It is 90 degrees still. It has not cooled down. I got some cold water from the back. Got this little emergency bottle of Malort. But that's it. That's the shop. Does a couple of bikes. This is going to be a longer video. I haven't done one of those in quite a while, but I hope you guys stick around. Hopefully I'll start doing some more of the what's up at the shop, because, man, there's always bikes being built here. That was just a taste. The bikes I just went through, most of them. The Baker's bike, Rachel's Tomos, that Townie, that other Hobbit that Noah is working on. And even that SR, though Jared built that about 10 years ago, he put that pipe on this year and retuned it for it. So those are all bikes that are just from 2026. This place is not... It's not stagnant. I know that there's always the joke of, Shelf Queen. And there's a lot of bikes in here. But there's also a lot of members. There are 17 zeros. There is a prospect on the way. We have more and more people here every day. We love sharing with the community. As I mentioned, we just hosted the National Rally in 2025, and that was... I don't know if I've ever done a video to thank you guys for that. 300 to 350 people showed up here, and we could not have hosted finer people. They supported the shop. We had fun taking you guys around the city. We got a ton of compliments. We gave away 4 mopeds. 4, thanks to the Jolly Ranchers. We had 3 that gave us a bike. Might be returning the favor. We'll see. Yeah, this is the living place. There are not many places like this left in the US, and I am very, very proud to be part of why this place exists. I hope the mopeds can continue to thrive in the way that I have grown up in them, and I hope to see you guys here in the future, out on the road, enjoying these dumb little bikes and the connections they spark, because the mopeds are cool, but the people are better. So follow us for Baker's Dozen. Come visit us anytime. Hopefully I'll be in your city. It's all from the zeros.